Welcome. We are going to start with a little fire and saging our space. Starting our new year with big cat energy. Invoking the fierceness within you. Releasing all that does not serve you. Feeling fierce today with our big cat. In a cat suit. Creating your sacred space. We are focusing on what we want for the new year and releasing what we don't. Today will be more than just about evoking the fierce cat energy within you. It's also going to be invoking the goddess energy that you want and drawing in what you want instead of just what we don't want. This is a new year, so let's bring on what we do want. Let's start with some breathing. Closing your eyes and just sitting in the moment for 1 second. Putting one hand on your belly, and let's do some belly breaths. Inhale. Hold it. Exhaling. Hold it. Inhale. And exhale, release. Let's drop our head in one direction. And let's do the opposite side. Rotating our shoulders. One shoulder and then the other. Feeling wild, a little playful. Shake it out. Inhale, come up. And exhale, forward fold. Crawling a little further into puppy pose. And drawing it back. Very good. I'm going to turn to one side. Inhale, arms come up, bringing them behind and lifting the pelvis. If you're like me, I'm holding a lot of tension in my shoulders. You may have a different space that you want to work your energy into. Let's straighten out our legs, removing the flesh from our tushy. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right, from here, we're going to come into tabletop. You want your hands shoulder width apart and your knees hip distance apart. Inhale, arching your back, gazing up towards the ceiling for cow. And exhale, squeezing your core, squeezing your belly button for that big cat energy. Inhale, look up for cow. And exhale, squeezing your core for cat. So since we do want to work on the bods today, we're going to incorporate a little Pilates in the yoga. Lifting our right arm out and the opposite leg. Inhale, lift. Hold it. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, back up. Exhaling. 3 more. Very good. We're going to do the opposite side. Making sure nothing's popping out. Inhaling. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, come back up. Exhaling. 3 more. Back to center. So that is working out your back, your love handles, the backs of your arms and the backs of your thighs. Let's do a little more work on that. This time we are going to come to the heels of our feet and come up off of our knees, lifting our right leg out. We're going to do some push-ups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, mama is out of shape for the new year. Inhale, come up, and gently melt into child's pose. Feeling safe and secure, resting our third eye, creating space for our body. Very good. Let's come into our first downward facing dog. Flexing from one side to the opposite. Sinking a little further. Breathing through the posture. Feel yourself like a slinky cat. Just falling into place. Falling out of place. Coming back to your knees. Lifting our right arm up, and we're going to thread our needle. Resting our right shoulder to the mat, gazing up to the heavens. This feels good, stay here. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can bring the left arm to the right thigh for a bind. Very good. Let's do the opposite side. Lifting, opposite arm. Lifting our left arm up to the heavens and threading our needle. Dropping our left shoulder, gazing up. If this feels good, you can stay here for a moment. Or if you want to deepen the stretch, you can come into the bind. Very good. Coming to tabletop. Inhale, arching your back, and exhale to downward facing dog. Pedaling it out. Gazing between your fingertips and gently walking to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, mountain pose. And exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high plank, dropping your knees, your chest, your chin. Cobra pose, and downward facing dog. Pedaling from one leg to the other. Gaze between your fingertips, gently jump to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Dropping to our knees. Chest, chin. Cobra pose. And downward facing dog. Gazing between our fingertips and gently welcome to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Mountain pose, feeling strong and powerful. And swan dive back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come now to our box. Just be here for a moment. Knees together, legs apart. Have one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. Take this moment here to just thank yourself for coming on the mat today. From here, we're going to lift our pelvis. Pretend there's an imaginary ball between our thighs. And lift a little further, pushing. Bridge pose. Breathing through the posture. Feeling that big cat energy. Exhale, gently melting. Bringing your hands in prayer position over your third eye. From here, bringing your hands on either side of your head and preparing for full wheel. Lifting your body up off the mat and breathing through the pose. If this feels good, stay here.
If this is too much, just do bridge pose once more. Or if you want to deepen your posture and your practice, lift one leg. Breathing through the pose and switching. Very good. Coming back and hugging your knees to your chest, gently rocking from side to side. Grabbing each thigh for happy baby. I'm a new mom. I can hear my little baby right now. This is his favorite yoga pose. Happy baby. Very good. Dropping your legs, knees together, one hand on your heart, one hand on your stomach. From here, we're going to do some rock and rolls back to a seated position. 1, 2, 3. Coming up onto our feet into a squatted posture. Hands in prayer position, bringing our elbows to our knees and flexing them out. Very good. From here, you're going to come all the way up. Let's do a little goddess pose. We want our feet come down and pointed in. And we're going to come up on our tippy toes. Inhale to exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming all the way to one side. If you can, doing a bind around the one leg. And switching. Coming to the other side. And if you did so, binding around the thigh. Very good. Coming back, I'm going to flip it on us for vinyasa. High plank, lower push-up, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Very good. Pedaling it out, make sure we're not popping out. Lifting our right leg, three-legged dog, and stacking our head. Bringing the right thigh in through pigeon pose. This is great to release all that tension and that energy from 2020. Inhale, looking up at the sky, and exhale, gently melting. You want to rest your third eye either on the mat or on your arms, whatever feels better. And take this time to set your intention for your practice. Whether it be for you or for a loved one. Maybe you have a New Year's resolution. Just take the time to thank yourself first coming on the mat today. Inhale, halfway lift, gazing up at the sky. If it feels good, you can stay right here. If you want to deepen your pose, grab your back leg and gaze up.
this is all you want, again, stay right here. If you want a little extra, you can bring in one arm. Or if you'd like the full expression, you can bring in the other. Wherever you are is exactly where you're supposed to be. We're going to bring our right leg to the right front corner of our mat for lizard pose. Now there's a few ways. You can start up on your hands, rocking back and forward. Or if you want to deepen the pose, coming down to your elbows. Dropping down to one knee, right hand, right leg, gazing up. Grabbing your back leg and making sure you're breathing through the pose. Hear your breath in the back of your throat like you are a purring kitten. Exhale, release. Coming up on one leg, straightening it for half split. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward fold. You don't have to bring your head to your knee. You can just beam your heart to your toes. Feeling that deep stretch in your hamstring. Very good. Left toes on the mat, right foot up. Inhale, come up for lunge. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Looking over your right shoulder. If this feels good, stay here. Or if you want to deepen the pose, you can come up off that back knee. Woo. I am clearly not ready for that today. Windmill your hands back down. And let's do a vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, cobra pose, and downward facing dog.
Mama will be wearing 2 bras tomorrow. Alrighty, 3-legged dog on the left side. Stacking your hips and bringing the left leg in for pigeon pose.
You may notice one side is more sore than the other. A lot of people have been experiencing more stiffness because of the cold weather. I've been very stiff because I have a baby. I'm doing a lot of night feedings, trying not to move. Breastfeeding has a lot of stiffness. Inhale, look up, and exhale. Melt like a mama kitty. Yeah, that was my good side. Alright, inhale, gazing up at the sky, grabbing your back leg, being here for one moment. If you went ahead and grabbed your back foot on the one side, see if you can do it on the side as well.
Try with just one hand, and if that's okay, see if you can go for the full expression. Exhale, release. Let's prepare for lizard pose. Bringing your left foot to the front left corner of your mat. And begin up on your hands, rocking back and forward. That feels good. Coming down to your elbows. You are a lizard. Dropping the right knee, left hand, left knee, gazing up. Grabbing the back leg. Very good. Coming back up for half split. Inhale, come up. Exhale, cascading our heart to our toes. Feeling that stretch in our hamstrings. Breathing, remembering to smile. Remembering that fierce cat we want to invoke. Coming up to one foot. For our lunge pose, inhale, looking up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, twisting. Looking over our left shoulder. And if it feels good, coming up off the back leg. And bringing our hands back through vinyasa. Knees, chest, chin, cobra pose, and downward facing dog.
Making sure those puppies aren't out. Pedaling. Very good. From here, we're going to come to our backs.
We're going to have this be a shorter class. It's all about just doing it. Whatever you can do. Just being grateful. Being kind to ourselves and thanking ourselves for being here. For trying, for being in the moment. For taking steps to hold ourselves accountable. For being better than yesterday. Come into a butterfly posture. And from here, let's come into Shavasana, corpse pose. Be relaxed. Nothing to do, no place to go. All there is the here and the now. All there is you and your mat. When you're ready, begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. And turn to the right side, feel a position. for one last moment. Feeling safe and secure as you're in your mother's womb. Coming up. Keeping your eyes closed for a moment. Feeling your body. Seeing if you feel different from when you started. Seeing if you feel more fierce, ready for 2021. Instead of absorbing what we don't want, emitting, being so bright that you radiate what you do want. Being fierce, feeling the cat energy. And I'm going to end this class with a card reading. I won't peek. Tell me when to stop. Okay, here. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now. You are being tested, initiated, because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next, and can take place because emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through this seemingly hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we become here. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of initiation right now, you will get through it. And one day soon, you will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. You are going somewhere sacred,
it will be worth it. And you're closer than you think. I couldn't think of a better card to have drawn. And I've never drawn it before. Thank you again for joining me today. Namaste.